Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Mr. Robot, episode 2
Season
of
3.
season 3. Oh my god, the last episode. What can you
I
tell you
edited
about
it
that?
like less than 12 hours ago.
Yeah, last night.
So I basically rewatched it. Oh, I had something to say. What was it though? There was something that we said that I didn't agree with us later on. Oh, it didn't agree with me, I think. What did I say? Oh, I think I said that it didn't seem to me like Angela and Mr. Robot have met before. But now when I rewatched it, it did seem like they met before and they already like have done something or whatever. So that is a thing. Everything else,
I just know that somebody commented that like, but again, don't know if that's true. But somebody commented that Evil Corp is always when Mr. Robot or Elliot are in scene.
Yeah,
but
so like basically when Elliot's body is there.
Yeah.
When Elliot's
And
body
when
is
he's
in
not
the
there, then it's E-Corp.
Yes, because I was also like looking at it when they were saying Evil Corp again, thinking about it, and I couldn't remember. I really couldn't remember. I thought it was Elliot, but like it's both of them, so that theory, I mean, that it's not like that theory can't be true. Maybe Elliot is aware, we just don't know. But like there's nothing for me to grasp onto for that theory.
Of course, it could be possible. The only part is that like what I would love to see is Elliot's reaction to Angela kind of betraying him. I mean, not kind of completely. But like again, that can happen even if he was aware.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure because like I'm not sure how it functions because it was shown the day before that like he was aware, but he took over Mr. Robot's body. I mean, unwillingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like that was at some point. First he woke up in his bed and he was looking at him. You know, so like I don't think he necessarily needs to take over his body at some point. He just needs to be aware for that moment. You know, I don't even know how it works. You know, his body he is with his body. Like he just needs to, let's say, open his eyes. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but like I think that seems like something that could definitely happen because we have already, let's say, kind of established that in the previous season. And I think it would be kind of cool if you think that they're doing all this behind Elliot's back and he doesn't know, and like suddenly you find out that he did know and he was working against them. You know, I think that would be cool. But we'll see. About the parallel universes part, I don't fucking know. Like that's still, I know there's nothing else. Oh my god, and someone even mentioned what White Rose, when she was the prime minister, was saying to Dom. Shit, what did they write?
I didn't read. I literally
oh my god,
read the comments.
No, it's like
comments.
It's like ridiculous.
What?
It's like he was talking about alternate realities, like something. Like do you think there's alternate reality where this is something? I keep thinking about it, or something like that. Whatever he said, he mentioned alternate realities.
Oh my god.
Well, so I don't know.
I mean, again, I also saw comments who said like this was the whole show has been planned. Like while watching season 3 and season 4, you realize that how the whole show has been planned from the beginning, and like you should have trust in Sam or something like that, like the way I have trust in Vince Gilligan or something like that.
That's a high level of trust.
So
that is the highest level of trust
I can
give
to someone. He hasn't disappointed me.
He has not, no.
At all so far. Just the thing that like I really don't know if I'm gonna like I'm gonna have an open mind about parallel universe, but I just can't imagine how I'm gonna like that. Like I can't imagine in my mind how they're gonna do that, I would love it.
Like,
we'll
I
see.
just think it's not gonna be as sci-fi as we expect it to be.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be at all.
Well, no, me neither. But like right now, we're talking about parallel universes. You know,
that's so like, sci-fi to me.
Yes.
So like.
I don't know. I just think that it's gonna be something within that realm of some alternate reality, but like not so far off. Of like
again, can't imagine anything that's right there. You know, like so far off and right there. Can't imagine anything. You know what I mean? Like I just can't imagine. We'll see. Again, I'm gonna.
But like again, there is nothing for
mind.
me. It has to be something because of Angela specifically, because like she was so convinced. She is like doing all this now. She is so convinced that this can all be, let's say, undone. It is, and like someone pointed that out. But like we know this. It's something that White Rose showed her.
Yeah.
You know, like we knew that. I thought it was the fish. Honestly, I thought it was the fish. But like, I don't know how the fish would. I don't know what was the importance of a fish.
I mean, and it took 20 minutes. Like
Yes.
we saw first 10 minutes of the conversation and we didn't see the last 18, you know?
Yeah.
So like in 18 minutes, Angela became a completely different person.
Yes, and while I was editing, because remember I said, like, if that small child, like, imagine it was her, but like again, Angela would recognize herself. But we were, I think, in Angela's apartment, and they panned in on a picture.
Okay.
And I when I was editing, I stopped. I think it was her and her mother. But I can't differentiate faces. Like it's like her when she was younger. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. I can't remember what she looks like. But that would be too. That would be too far.
Yeah. Come on. What they brought her? That to me that was more of a test.
Part could it be something along the lines of not like an alternate reality, let's say, but remember that episode of Black Mirror when like maybe it was episode 3, I want to say. But like it didn't necessarily go like that, but like when your loved ones died, you had something that could like make them feel like you were alive, they were alive, and so like you never moved on. What? Remember that? No, that was like creepy.
I have no idea. The episode 3 was with the guy who had who could see.
Okay, the episode 1 of season 2, the girl who lost her husband, I think, and then there was something that they brought in.
It's like I have never watched that episode.
There was something like that, like where in her mind, or like they, let's say, downloaded all of his memories and experiences or something. Maybe it's about like visually having your dead parents in front of you.
How can they undo everything that's happened with visually having their dead parents?
Maybe they like put you visually.
And again, that's very sci-fi to me.
Maybe they put you not like visually. Maybe they just. Okay, like if you close your eyes, maybe it's like something like that. Like they don't find a way to a parallel universe or something like that. But because this is all, let's say, the root of Mr. Robot is like in tech and IT and everything. And if they like,
I don't know, that still doesn't bring and doesn't undo everything they have done. To me, Trenton, also found a way that they cannot do. Mm-hmm. But like she meant I mean
she said that we can undo 5-9.
Angela talked about undoing everything. She is so eager to do that she was she thought that Alien being shot was okay if he was about to stop that plan, because that thing is so fucking important.
But like, and also I don't understand how, let's say, stage 2, if this is like White Rose's idea, how does that even
I don't think
how does that connect?
I mean, I don't think we know anything like about that plan so that we would connect those dots. Like we don't have 1% of the information so that we would be able to connect those dots.
Because like all we know is about like blowing up that building, and like that does nothing for
like I don't know what blowing up the building is also gonna do, so that like White Rose would be able to start the plan that like she has for this.
No, maybe the point is like, you know how everything is getting more and more like digitalized, and everyone's so much on social media and whatever, and like you maybe start living your life outside of reality. I don't know, like in what way, like, but like something, you know, like you put on the VR sets and like you can see your dead mother or something like that, like to put you even more out of reality. Maybe like that's the point. Like maybe that's what message.
Angela
maybe, yes, maybe like she just wants to live in this universe that's not real.
That doesn't seem like Angela to me, the Angela I know.
Well, no, but also Angela is really suffering a lot. She was really suffering and struggling. Like I don't think it would necessarily be hard to believe that she would grasp onto whatever she can if she like saw her mother for a second, you know? Like it wouldn't be that far-fetched to me. But like also, how would you like put her mother in something like with her memories and with her, I literally had nothing. Can't
think of anything that would explain that to me. That's like, I understand, but like...
What if it all connects to us as well?
What does that mean?
Like, you know how Elliot always talks to us?
Mm-hmm.
What if that's like his alternate reality? Like, what if we're the alternate reality?
I mean, I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't even know. Like you're saying
because
something
he,
that I can't.
To us.
That I can't even start to comprehend.
I just say sentences.
Like,
I don't know what I mean when I say this, because I'm like, Elliot always speaks to us. I always thought it was a very interesting part of the show that like he talks to us.
Agree.
And I'm like, maybe, you know, maybe that's a part of his like plan. Like he's speaking to us. Who are we to him? You know, like a voice in his head. Sure. Like, are we his consciousness? Are we his, or are we like a foreign being?
I think you're a foreign being.
Yes, but like if we are
because
a foreign
like
being,
he's calling us imaginary friend.
Yes, but like that's still part of you when you have an imaginary friend that's in your brain. And if we're outside of his brain, then we are something else. No intro has made less sense than this. Look,
to me, at least to me. Like no intro has ever made less sense to me. Let me just
but like, see, the thing is not like I'm coming up with possibilities. I'm like throwing things out there. I'm like mouth vomiting. Just like everything. I mean, word vomiting, whatever it said. I don't know what you're talking about.
If they put Angela's mother in front of her, she would be fine with her best friend getting shot. I don't know. That like Angela's part is confusing me the most. I'm gonna tell you this. Angela's part is confusing me the most. I understand that she's suffering, but like that's why I think it has to like I think that like when we see it, it has to be really important. Mm-hmm. Like really important. Mm-hmm. So that she would be able to behave like this, to be this person, you know?
We have no information to go off on to be like, well, this would not make sense when we don't even know what's happening. Like, we can't say this is out of Angela's character when we don't even fucking know what's happening.
No. I'm not saying this is out of Angela's character, but Angela is a completely different person. But, like, I'm not saying that I will not understand. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying, like, it has to be really important. Because I don't think Angela loves Elliot for the love of God. Mm-hmm. I don't think otherwise, if this is not very important, I don't think otherwise we would ever get to this position. That she is... willingly betraying him and talking to Mr. Robot.
Well, look, if she thinks that people dying is ultimately not important because apparently it's all gonna be undone, like nothing is gonna happen, no one's gonna be dead, it's actually dead. You know, Elliot getting shot is not important, but like can also be undone. You know, if she that strongly believes in it. But again, we don't know what she thinks. I don't know what she knows. If White Rose somehow convinced her then, like in 10 days, we're gonna wake up when they were children and none of this is gonna happen. So what if Elliot was shot? You know, they're gonna wake up in 10 days and none of this is gonna happen. I mean, I don't think it's like that.
I'm hoping it's not like that.
I just don't know. At her point, we don't know. Okay, the only person I know is Dom. Dom is not Dom.
And Darlene.
The only person I know is Darlene. Honestly, Darlene is easy.
Give me Darlene on screen because that's so much easier to watch. I can understand everything and I can enjoy their scenes. Let's see more of Dom and Darlene scenes, you know?
I'm still not quite sure if she was, let's say, wearing a wire or something, whatever, because like we know she's terrified of Dark Army, so like she would, let's say, go to the FBI for protection for her and Elliot as well.
Yeah, I that's again still not far-fetched to me at all, considering that she's terrified of the Dark Army. And if Dom explained that like they would have their protection, I think she would risk it.
I mean, she did call. She said, did. I think she called Dom. Who else was she gonna call?
I think
she has literally no one else. So like the only person she could have called is Dom.
In my mind as well.
You know, there's Dark Army everywhere. You need to help me. You know, that is a very easy, let's say, place to get her at. You know. Because she's more terrified of Dark Army, which like sure she should be gonna kill her, you know.
Like what is FBI gonna do?
So that is fine. Darlene is so great. I understand everything that's happening there.
Yeah.
Like, that's so nice to watch. Like, I mean, our poor girl is
like the
terrified. But like, at least I know what's happening on screen.
Panic attacks in every other third episode, and we're like, oh, that's so easy to watch.
Like, at least I know what's happening on screen. The rest, I don't know what's happening on screen. Like, I don't understand. Also, just want to mention, this show has such a good soundtrack. Every other episode, I'm like, oh, what is this song? It has such a good soundtrack. I don't know why I just thought that yesterday when there was, I think, a song of Daft Punk. Maybe it was that one. So good.
We also have to see if something new with Terrell or Joanna is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, honestly, like forgot about them. Really? I didn't forget about them. But like now when we're introduced all of this, like they are on a back burner for me.
They're still one of my favorite parts of the show. Can't forget about them, honestly.
Look, let's watch. We just made 18 minutes of saying we don't understand things. I mean, I feel like that's what we usually do with Mr. Robot. I feel like we always start like that.
That's why there's a reaction a little, like hour and a half long.
Look at the title.
Undo. What does that mean?
Well, I guess maybe tell me how you're gonna undo things.
Tell me something. Title is great. Title is great if it's gonna mean anything, you know?
Oh my god.
Like, tell me one thing.
Remember that one comment in season 2 that said, don't even worry, that's not the biggest mystery. And we thought like we figured out the biggest mystery of season 2. And I was like, he's just trying to tell us. Yes. He was fucking right. Yes. Oh my god. Like, I could not imagine this.
Like, imagine a prison being the problem.
Like, that seemed now child's play. Yeah. In comparison to this.
Yeah.
Bonsoir. We still don't know the gunshot when they met.
One of your patients hacked. Stole my dog on top of it.
Why are you still here?
What?
Like, why are you still here?
Oh my god, yes! I guess we're gonna get how...
I'm still so shocked with the corpse baby.
You know when you fuck something up and you wish you had the power to hit undo?
I mean, sure, but...
You say the dumbest thing in front of your biggest crush.
Yeah, my undo and your undo are very different things for it, though.
What he's talking right now about is like something our undo.
The entire world economy and kickstart the inevitable downfall of human civilization.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's your undo.
I didn't do this, boy.
Not the same.
But today is not going to be one of them.
Today we are undoing things.
Because today, I found a way to hit undo. Evil Corp is, well, evil. Not much I thought. But what I didn't realize was maybe they're a necessary evil that just needs to be kept in check. In fact, maybe calling them evil was just my dorm room philosophizing run amok.
I'd like to say, well...
But this doesn't mean I'm selling out. I'm just growing up, signing up for a 401k.
You didn't have a 401k?
Sign up for Trunk Club.
I mean, I think 401k is like pension or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Live action cartoon.
Like having
emotions that everyone else is in. I finally see the fatal exception error of my ways, and I know what to do now. I'm gonna fix the world I broke and put it back together better than it was.
Oh look, he has no emotions, he's just eyes.
I'm gonna undo the hack.
Yeah, I don't think he was aware. He doesn't look like he was aware.
Yeah. That much is true. But since I'm working on the recovery team, I can help them rebuild the database and defend the fort at the same time.
Our current plan is deeply flawed and massively inefficient.
This is William. He's my technology manager.
William seems uninterested.
To convince his boss, to convince his boss, to convince her boss, to digitize all the paper records in their local facilities instead of shipping them here. Then
we can avoid a single point of failure. We would install hardware and software.
Elliot, I hear you're passionate.
How long that would take?
The Goo Goo Dolls reunion concert tonight, so let's wrap this up, okay?
Go Doll. Easy to figure out. After going through his emails, I quickly learned that he was having the engineers install rootkits on all of Evil Corp's phones so they can illegally sell private consumer data.
Yeah, makes sense.
I tipped off the FBI. Got him arrested and promptly set a meeting with the next exec up the chain.
Let's pick this up sometime next quarter.
Hacking Peter was as easy as watching him. I felt bad taking him down until I saw that he had his engineering team use special software to help E-Corp's auto manufacturing partners cheat the emissions test to hide how much pollution they really created.
Thing is, I think he can hack everyone in this building who's in a higher up place and get them arrested. Like, they're all fucking corrupt.
I'll need to keep up the illusion of shipments are still happening.
Digitizing locally and not shipping paper records here is the best option for our recovery efforts.
At least she's listening. She has paper and pen, not a phone. I think that's like a step up.
Perfect. Let's set a meeting with the VP of Technology. I want to get this in front of him. Great work, Elliot.
That way, when Evil Corp gets back on its feet, they'll no longer be evil.
We're proud to call you a new member of Evil Corp.
Because changing the world is never about tearing E Corp down. It's about making them better. Maybe I fucked up an already fucked up world, but I'm fixing it now. Hitting undo. And friend, it feels great. If I'm being real, I haven't fixed everything. The loneliness came back, worse than I remember. I don't get it. I know I'm doing the right thing. You have to see that.
Yes, you are.
Then what is this? Why do I feel this empty void inside? Fuck. What's wrong with me? I'm really starting to lose it. Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah, say how you feel. Tell her about the loneliness.
That's right.
How are you feeling about your birthday today?
Did everyone fucking leave him alone on his birthday?
Totally forgot. It is my birthday today.
Angela, Darlene, let's get it together, girls, for one day. This is sad now.
No.
In our last session, we talked about your sister.
We haven't been talking.
Can I ask why?
She's one of the reasons he comes out.
How does that make you feel? That he's not around anymore?
It's better for everyone.
You're still not answering the question.
He's
How do you
lonely.
feel?
Good.
You miss him, don't you?
I miss being a part of something important. I remember this time, Darlene and I. Never mind.
I'd love to hear it, if you don't mind sharing it.
Me too.
When we were kids, this one year there was this huge snowstorm, and Darlene and I were so excited. We spent all day just playing outside. We made this snowman, and we called him Kevin McAllister, you know, the kid from Home Alone. He just looked like a snowman with no arms and weird cheeks. And we were so proud of it, we promised we'd steal my dad's camera and take a picture of it before it melted.
And what happened when you went back out?
I never got a chance to.
Why not?
That was the day of my accident, when my dad pushed me out the window. We were at the hospital till pretty late.
Oh my god. Why is it always fucking yo?
Your dad pushed you out a window?
She doesn't know that?
She doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's
I've
speak
told you
about
that
it.
before.
Elliot, we've never...
Let's speak about it because that is the problem. I swear to God, it's his father.
I remember, I could have sworn I told you. There's not much to it. Pushed me out the window, broke my arm, went to the hospital. Kevin melted. Darlene was pissed.
What made you think of this just now?
Why made him think of this just now?
I don't know.
Truth bombs are coming your way, Cody Mouse. Tonight, please welcome Joanna Willett.
Is it like when he's not around, when he was around, he was stopping him from maybe remembering how his father was, or like admitting that his father was also, I guess, abusive.
Was accused of the murder until you claimed Scott Knowles confessed to killing his wife while beating you. And since then, a bartender from the night of the party has also come forward to corroborate your story.
I didn't need Scott Knowles to be arrested to know that my husband is innocent. He is the only man I've ever loved, and the only man I ever will love.
Are they finally gonna see each other?
But what does bartender also think of this? It was just said.
Maybe we kill him
That's
before
what-
he
honestly,
before
that's
he
what I
can form
thought.
any opinion.
Because I'm like,
A
he
new
did
F
that
Society
for
video has
her.
been released.
We are F Society.
Darlene, what are you doing?
Tell you that. Though you survived our first blow, you will not survive our last. In the coming weeks, we will be sending you a message so loud that it will make your eardrums explode. Literally. The clock is ticking. We are F Society. We are malicious and hostile. Do not compromise. You have been warned.
It was released about an hour ago.
She doesn't know what's coming, so like how is she even...
6 weeks. You've given us nothing. And now we have this to deal with?
That video is bullshit.
That video came from the same Vimeo account as the last one you guys used.
That is not one of our guys, okay? Trust me on this.
You're a CHS. You understand what that means, right?
I don't understand half the letters you guys throw at me.
Confidential human source.
Cool. Now I get it. See what speaking English can accomplish?
Your job is to get intel from Elliot on Tyrell Wellick. That is the only reason you're not in jail right now.
He is not, nor has he ever, had a fucking relationship with Tyrell.
Bonsoir, Elliot. Yes, that's all recorded.
Bonsoir, Elliot.
I think it's just Tyrell following you.
We've been looking in the mirror the whole drive home.
I need to make a stop.
Oh, her boyfriend?
You want to consider your actions carefully. She fucking lied to me.
Oh.
She went on national television and she says she still loves him. You made me lie to the police to get Tyrell off, but now I'm gonna tell them the truth. If you retract your statement, you will die. I'm not being overly emotional about this. Just that's how little we care about your life. There's no option where you and Joanna ever see each other again.
Whatever they're paying him, I don't think it's enough. I feel like he does everything. He's her hitman,
Yeah.
her driver, her, like, confidant. What the fuck is this? I'm sure he even babysits.
Everything under control?
You just needed a little clarity.
I said... He's been shot?
He's been killed. She's been killed.
What?
Or not? No. That's her. No, that's him.
Is she? Is the baby good? Can't they listen to your heart in like murder-suicide? Not suicide, but whatever the fuck this was. Is she dead?
I think so.
Ow, is this a brain?
Yeah.
Whose?
I mean, I think of a dead person.
I'm sure they're not alive.
The shooter didn't survive. The driver looks like he's gonna...
That's her.
We have some in the hospital ready to question him, but he's still in ICU.
I didn't think I was gonna be seeing her brain. I didn't think I was gonna be seeing Joanna's brain.
That's very what they're doing.
Well, autopsy the body.
Once you contact the next of kin.
We're not contacting them. He's going to social services.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't be soft. Not now.
Something about that video. I believe Darlene when she says it's not real.
We have to assume F Society's grown past her at this point.
Yeah, but why wouldn't she just say that then? Right now, all she wants to do is protect her brother, who took a job at E-Corp for Lord knows why. There's no incentive for her either.
She didn't even know he was working with Tyrell.
I'm completely dumb.
Because I still think there's a Dark Army connection here.
What the fuck is Joanna Dead just saying? Like, what? She didn't even fucking see Tyrell.
Yeah.
Let's just hope you're reading your girl right.
Your girl.
Her girl!
No, she's good. Trust me.
Cute.
I mean, she's far from good. She is on the brink of a nervous breakdown. And like, as you should be, girl.
Baby
but, like,
girl.
Is that Elliot?
I think so.
Surprised you came.
Happy birthday.
Going the distance with the silent treatment.
If I remember correctly, you were the one who told me to go fuck myself. Why'd you text me, Darlene? What am I doing here?
Wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
You're my trigger.
What am I in a fucking therapy session?
Makes sense. You're my sister, part of my childhood.
If I could take back what happened to Dad, I would. What happened to him fucked me up too. So don't think for a second our shitty childhood is only yours. I wish Dad were here right now.
I don't.
He'd know what to do. I'm leaving. First thing in the morning, I'm gonna crash with a friend upstate. I can't do this anymore. Just thought you'd want to know that. Spending this last year with you was never about whatever the fuck you want to call what we did. The real reason I did all of this was so that we could be close again. I guess that's something else I thought you'd want to know.
Do you remember when we made Kevin McAllister, the snowman?
She was 5.
Of course.
Oh shit.
Do you want to talk about it?
I want you to stay with me tonight.
I'm good, dude. You don't have to worry about me.
It's not that. I want to be alone.
19 of the 20 members of this international court have signed the 5-9 Economic Accord, making e-coin the currency by which all others will be measured. The only
He really succeeded in that.
illegitimate monetary imposture that China has unofficially adopted. Bitcoin. China is weakening our economic state by not signing this accord, and the fact that they have embraced Bitcoin shows their resistance and emphatic rejection of our collective attempt to rescue the global economy. They are declaring a currency war.
In 11 days, you'll have what you want. UN vote to annex the Congo. It's as good as yours, but this currency war must end. The rest of the world needs China to embrace e-coin now.
Let me put this as simply as I can, so that we never have to belabor this point again. Your success will always follow mine. Until I get my UN vote, don't waste my time.
Or maybe in 11 days, the administration changes its mind about your precious UN vote.
See, but even the Congo part, does that all connect to the plan? Like, how the fuck does that connect to the plan? I can't see the bigger picture. I'm too dumb for this.
Your empty threat reminds me that there's something I never shared with you. My associates found your pet employee after she smuggled out documents on the Washington Township plant. Now that I've gotten a chance to talk to her, I can see why you like her. She makes a very good companion. And those eyes of hers, I contemplated firing a bullet into each of them, but they're just so hypnotizing. Don't mistake my generosity for generosity.
What are you doing, girl?
Oh my god. Why is everyone doing this to Elliot? Is it his father? And
No, that's the picture of the four of them.
What are you doing?
Leaving?
God, how did he get up so fucking fast?
It's early.
Not answering my question.
God, it's creepy.
What were you doing by my computer? I saw you behind the monitor.
To write you a note. What's with the fucking paranoia?
A note for what?
I'm leaving. I have to catch my bus.
Buses aren't running. The transportation strike, it's all over the news. You were gonna leave without saying goodbye.
That's the no. Here I thought we were in a good fucking place after last night.
What is happening?
You're not answering my fucking question. Why are you here?
What do you mean you invited me?
Oh, it's fucking
Yeah.
Jesus. It's you.
What did you do with the computer? Why did you sleep here last night?
You're scaring me.
Answer me!
Are you serious?
Answer me!
You're hurting us.
Answer me!
Stop!
What?
Stop!
I wanted you to talk to him.
What happened? Did he come back?
I need you to talk to him. Didn't you say that could help?
Everyone's case is different.
Oh, God's command when he opens his eyes and
Yeah.
it's him. Oh.
Elliot?
You should know that nothing's gonna come from this. We were doing just fine.
It's nice to finally meet you.
This was better when I could just come and go as I pleased. When we were whole. Now I'm seeing things that he should be seeing too. We're just getting torn apart. You need to leave us alone so I can get him back to our work.
Can I ask for your name?
Now what does he call me?
Mr. Robot?
Seriously? He still calls me that? Talk about labels.
I'd like to talk about why you're here.
A civilization which leaves so many of its citizens unsatisfied and drives them into revolt neither has nor deserves the prospect of a lasting existence.
I'm trying to help him.
You're not trying to help him. You're trying to destroy me.
I'm not trying to destroy you. Quite the opposite, actually. I want to understand you.
You understand shit. Life doesn't matter anymore anyway, because of her and compromise. She compromised us, and Elliot didn't see it.
What do you mean you've been compromised?
Because of her?
Darlene?
Oh, Darlene, yeah.
I'm done talking to you.
Krista. When we're gonna start?
Krista, girl, are you equipped for this? Like, are
Were
you...
there? Did you go with me or stay with him? What did you see? What did Mr. Robot mean we've been compromised? You were there, you heard it along with her, right? What was Mr. Robot talking about?
Separation anxiety.
He also doesn't know about...
Is stage 2 still on? No, I would know. That's impossible.
You wouldn't know,
Stage
boy.
2 is down. I made sure of it. Who compromised me? And why do I suddenly feel so alive?
Why are you here?
The dog?
Even when the world's going to shit, you're sitting pretty. I never gave a shit about the dog.
Shocking.
In fact, I hate the dog. Figured you wanted her so badly. Let her shit all over your house.
Great, thank you.
Like you did mine.
Huh.
The question is, does he know? Did he figure it out? Because he hesitated.
Because he?
Hesitated.
Ciao.
Stage 2. I wanted to happen on the day of the UN vote. Whether it goes our way or not.
So stage 2 is only meant to be implemented if price doesn't come through. If the UN approves our annexation of the Congo, we can finally move our operation to the country's new armor. Why would you still want to carry this out?
It's time for the Price's handgun slapped.
You get anything from Elliot's computer?
He hasn't logged in all day. Last night he sent an encrypted email with a link.
Could be lucky. Be sending it to Tyrell, right?
Listening. Turn it off. Is that coming from downstairs?
Yeah, that's Darlene's apartment, but who the fuck is that?
Is Darlene home?
No, she's out. You think she told someone about the safe house?
This email he sent from his computer. Did you go to this link?
Yep, he knows.
Yeah. Downloaded the file, opened it, but didn't find anything.
This email wasn't for Tyrell. It's for us.
I hate reacting to the show. I just need to binge this whole thing. This show would have been done in like 4 days, I promise you.
Honestly.
This would have been done in 4 days.
I'm so fucking sad.
I don't know how...
After finishing every single episode, I'm so sad. Because I just want to watch the next one.
Yeah. I hate this song. I hate it.
Like, I hate talking about it. I would just like play it, you know?
Because like, especially because I'm talking about it, it's gonna be like, I don't know.
Okay. We get it.
Like, I want to find out. Let me watch. Literally. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to find out. There's nothing. Look, literally. I can't figure this one out. This one
was great.
Like, this one
was great.
I know nothing. This is ridiculous.
I love everything about this show.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we should definitely have full faith into Sam.
Sam, I do.
Because it's so fucking great. It's so fucking great and can't go bad, you know? Like, it can't go bad with being this so fucking great.
Just explain this to me before I completely lose my mind.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm on the brink, boy. Truly on the brink.
I mean, in this episode, I can't say I got many more questions. You know what I mean?
True, fair.
Didn't confuse me much more. It was more like...
Yeah, like, that's our standard. At least I didn't get more questions.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Sure.
Another... great episode.
I mean, it's a ridiculously good episode.
Yeah, honestly. But like every single all one is, like every single one, even the ones that like confuse us the most are the great ones. This episode, I can't say like that it confused me so much because like it still didn't touch that much the subjects that are confusing us. Angela wasn't in this. I mean, was in one brief moment when...
Well, I mean, sure,
but like wasn't in the episode, basically.
No. Mostly we concentrate on Elliot.
Yeah.
And like where his mental state is now. That he has, let's say, kind of separated from Mr. Robot. He hasn't seen him for a bit and he is avoiding Darlene for those reasons. So that he doesn't see him. And he is trying to undo the things that he has done. He has gotten a job at E-Corp and he is basically going through every higher up until he can like until someone listens to him and actually like does what he tells them to do to actually secure their documents, even though like I think they knew they when I say they I mean like Angela, Mr. Robot, White Rose, everyone knows what you're doing. I don't know what's gonna come out of that, but the thing that was really heartbreaking in this episode was Elliot feeling that loneliness again. And that's, you know, that connects to him losing Mr. Robot. Because he's not here now, he feels lonely. And there was like a part where above him there was like, it said separation anxiety, and that's like what he has, because like Mr. Robot has been a part of him for so long, and like now he also feels like he is, let's say, doing the right thing, but he feels that he misses being a part of something bigger. So he's really going through a tough time. It's very heartbreaking to see him like cry and feeling helpless.
Yeah, and, like, we haven't seen that for quite some time in my mind. Like since season, like that was constant in some ways in season 1 in the beginning. But yeah, we haven't seen that. And yeah, it had. I mean, he even realized that, or like Krista realized that like it could be because he missed him.
Yeah.
And like Krista said that like that makes sense, and like that it's not that uncommon for something like that to happen, because like they haven't been together. Like the only time that Mr. Robot has been, let's say, alive is when Elliot's not there.
Yeah.
Like in the sleep when Mr. Robot wakes up, or like in that scene with Krista, he let him take over the control.
Yeah.
Like they've been separated. That's what Mr. Robot said as well.
Yeah.
That like it's not the same to him either, let's say.
I mean, yes, he did start saying like that he's Mr. Robot in season 2 at some point. He said that like he is starting to feel like he's overheating.
Yeah.
And like that started before this, so they are kind of, let's say, in a sense separating. I don't know what's gonna.
It's an interesting concept to me.
Yes, I like, because that concept is so foreign to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna like come out of it. What I do think, and what I think, like we had a bit of it in this episode, and it always I think comes back to that. For me, at least, somehow it comes back to his father. And we mentioned him being pushed out of the window again. I, for some reason, thought Krista knew this. Like, I, for some reason, thought, like, that he told her.
I mean, it's not that I imagine. It's not that I remembered.
For some reason, I thought that she knew. I don't know if I'm, like, making that scene up, like he was just speaking to us about it, but, like, I thought he told her. But I don't know why.
Do you remember, like, what?
Well, she said, like, you never told me.
No, not in this episode.
No, I don't remember.
Like
I think it was remember when he, in episode like 3, basically, when he fell from, like when Mr. Robot pushed him, like he pushed himself. And he was in the hospital and she came.
Okay.
I think maybe then when he said like he fell off the window, or like that his dad shot him out the window.
I honestly
like maybe
can't remember
that. I don't know, just for some reason I was like confident that she, let me check. Because like for some reason I was confident that she knew about it, because like I thought maybe I'm missing something. But like I feel like I remember thinking, wouldn't Krista bring this up? Like wouldn't Krista delve more into his father pushing? Maybe she didn't know because maybe she didn't know because like she would have pushed more for that subject. But let me check. I mean, he might have not. Maybe just when he told us, I thought he was telling. Because he told us when he was speaking to Mr. Robot, right? I don't know. Yes. When he was speaking to Mr. Robot on that thing, where he fell off then, like that's when we found out about that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm just mixing that up. Maybe I thought he told her. Makes sense that she didn't know, because like she would have definitely delved deeper into that.
Submit.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. So like maybe she didn't. Why did I think she knew?
I don't know. I don't know if at some point when they were having a therapy session that like he said something.
No, because I was thinking like if I thought he said it, then like Chris definitely didn't know about it. So like only if like he was, let's say, speaking out loud, but he actually wasn't saying it, like he just thought he was saying it, and that was like Mr. Robot's way of hiding that. I thought that, like maybe he just never said it, but like because he thought he said it as well, that makes me think he said it. Like he thought he said it to her, but because like Mr. Robot doesn't want, let's say, Krista to know about that. I think Mr. Robot is, we already mentioned this throughout the show, kind of, that Mr. Robot is in a way protecting Elliot. And I thought Mr. Robot is protecting Elliot from remembering what his father was like. Like that is the only thing that makes sense in my mind regarding his father. Because like I don't think the show would put things like, again, his father looked like a great person. His father looked, when he has memories of him and like when he's looking at pictures of him, whatever, like it seems like he and Elliot were close and had this like great relationship. But then, to think about him pushing him through a window and telling him about his illness and telling him not to say anything to anyone, those are the things that raise red flags immediately. And like when there are red flags that arise, and we know that Mr. Robot is the image of his father, and Mr. Robot is in a way violent, it makes you think, like, why is he imagining him in that way? Is it his self-conscious remembering his father that way, even though he himself only, like, let's say, remembers the good to protect himself?
Yes, I completely agree. But in this episode, I was a bit confused when Darlene was also talking. Again, we talked about like how his father had one relationship with Darlene. At least again, we don't know much. This is Elliot's story. He's a narrator, so like we can't fully trust what he tells us, in my opinion. But we did see pictures, and like we know that like he took his to Mr. Robot, like the shop. And now Darlene. Darlene was just like a little kid at that point.
Yeah.
So like it would kind of make sense. But to me, I was a bit confused first when Darlene started speaking how like that what happened with that messed her up, and like how she wished he was here.
Yeah.
Because he would would be able to solve this and would knew what to do, let's say, or something like that.
Yeah.
But then when he mentioned the snowman, how they made
the snowman,
she got stunned for a second.
Yeah.
So like she remembers that moment in time quite clearly.
Yeah. And she said like, do you want to talk
about it? Which would mean that Elliot doesn't often never wants to talk about what happened that day. That part confused me. I don't know even how to explain that. Just because a second before she wanted her father to be back there. I don't know.
There's multiple things that could be happening here. It could be that like she was very young and also like didn't understand, like maybe she in her mind, like yes, he just pushed him by accident, and like she is not even now as an adult doesn't necessarily have to face that, because like on one hand she's saying like I wish my father was here, but also I just think it's a very complicated situation. If you grow up with abusive parents, it doesn't have to necessarily, let's say, make sense the way you feel. It could be a thing of, I don't know if maybe she doesn't know that that's what happened. Maybe she thinks like Elliot just jumped or something like that. Maybe she doesn't know that his father pushed him.
Could have just jumped. Is that impossibility?
That Elliot jumped out of the window?
Yeah.
And that he remembers his father pushing him? I don't see how that would work, because like right now he is remembering his father as like a good dad, and like he brings up that moment of him pushing him out of the window and not like viewing it as something that's abusive. If it was the other way around, like maybe then we can talk about again him being an unreliable narrator and like remembering
I
things
still
differently.
think like that it wouldn't matter. I still think that it would be a reason why he jumped out of the window.
Could it be something along the lines of like potentially like he jumped trying to maybe commit suicide or something? He was young, and like the way that he remembers it is his father pushing him because like not subconsciously, because like he was abused. Like that he just thinks like because of his parents he jumped, and then like now he remembers him
and also because
as,
maybe the last thing he thought when he jumped, if he jumped, that doesn't have to, but like the Darlene's face confused me when she said, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, no, definitely, I don't know. But like the thing is,
again, nothing. Like it could be
multiple
nothing.
things that could be happening
it could
there.
Be,
like that.
Like still, I think like if he jumped to kill himself, it could be because of the pressure for keeping a secret from his father, from not understanding that his father is abusive, for everything that was happening. But like when he said that, it didn't seem to me like. It's literally to me like he tried to commit suicide, but he never wanted to talk about it. Did it not leave a weird... like in that moment, I thought this is...
What did, when he said that to Krista, when like he mentioned like his father pushing him out of the window, and she said like, you never told me that, or whatever, and he's like, I swear, I could have sworn I did, whatever. Did she say like, why are you telling me now? Or like, why are you remembering this now? And he said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are you remembering this now?
What did they talk about?
I thought because like when she said that, when she asked him, why are you remembering this now? I thought because he doesn't have, let's say, Mr. Robot right now. And Mr. Robot was protecting him from that, like, from remembering his father in that way. That like now that he doesn't have Mr. Robot, those memories are coming out, and he remembers his father pushing him out of the window. That's what he mentioned. I thought that.
I mean, still could be.
That then has to go with his father actually pushing.
Yeah, that has to go with if that's the reason why he remembered.
No, I think definitely his father was definitely abusive. That's my only conclusion.
In every scenario, yes, that is the part that like makes sense.
Yeah, that his father was abusive as well as his mother.
I mean, again, we're always coming back to him asking his 10-year-old child to hide that.
Yeah, just like putting that burden on a child who's like a child is ridiculous. That's like, you simply do not do that.
You shouldn't even you shouldn't share that with him. If you would, if it's the only reason when you share that with him is to put a burden on him.
Yeah, no, that's like, again, a red flag, and I don't think the show would put
and
that
again
unintentionally.
We always talk about how there has to be a reason why he imagines Mr. Robert the way he does.
Yeah.
Again, like nothing here. There is not really a reason for us to suspect that he wasn't pushed out of the window.
Yeah.
Like it just for a second there,
because of Darlene.
Of Darlene's face. That's how it looked to me. Yeah. I don't know why.
I thought,
and he didn't say like remember the day that my father pushed me to the window. No, he said that, do you remember the day when we made the snowman or whatever? And she was stunned and said, of course. So that was such a big moment in their lives. So again, it would still be if the accident happened, and like father pushed him out of the window. You know what I mean? Like it would still be.
That's why he started saying that story. He was talking this he was telling a story about Darlene, and he chose that story when they were making a snowman, and like he chose it for a specific reason. Like he could have told any story about him and Darlene from their childhood, but he picked that one that ended with his father shoving him out of the window. And like when he mentioned something along the line, he was telling that story, and he mentioned that they wanted to steal his dad's camera and take a picture. I was like, maybe he says something now, because like if they stole the camera, didn't tell what his father, if he's an abusive man.
My God,
I thought like he was gonna say something like along those lines, but then he said like, when he said we never got a chance to take the picture or whatever, I thought he was gonna say because like let's say our father found out or something, but then he mentioned that the pushing out of the window happened there. But like I immediately thought like when he said that they are gonna steal the camera, I thought like now they're gonna give us, let's say, something more to know about their childhood and how their father was. Again, I think however you turn this, it comes back to his father being abusive as well.
But like, I really love love the thing is, like I'm gonna hate everything about it, but like I love how they are doing this, how they are presenting this, you know, how they're making us confused and making us make these guesses about what his father, who he was, and like what did he do to them, and all those stuff. I find it really interesting the way they are doing.
I find it also absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
I hate that we are building up to something, and it felt like we were building up to something for a long time. I think we have been, anytime Elliot mentions his father, I think we always talk about some uneasy feeling because of the whole pushing out of the window thing, you know? Yeah, I still lean towards the fact that his father pushed him and not that Elliot jumped. I mean, again, it will still come back to his father being abusive either way. I mean, Darlene did mention that she wanted to run away from her parents, like that she would rather have been kidnapped than come back to her parents. She didn't mention her mother. I don't know how she processes the things from her childhood. I don't know how many things she has worked through. I don't know what her brain thinks. I don't know how she functions, you know? So I don't know, does she also want to say to herself it was an accident? Because like from what we've seen, the pictures, I mean, it could be just the pictures that Elliot has, but it's always him and his dad. It's always him and his dad doing something. So like it would maybe make sense that maybe his abuse was geared more towards Elliot in a way, you know, and not Darlene. So like Darlene maybe that didn't even realize the extent of it for Elliot, you know? So like that could also be a thing. I don't
think she did. I don't think she did, and
because,
that's why
she was even young when he passed away. Like,
how was 5?
You remember with at 5?
If Elliot was 10, she was 5.
Things. You
remember traumatic things, like that thing that like her brother was in an accident.
Yeah.
Even if he jumped or if his father pushed him, she would remember those things. And she would, of course, remember her father. But for some reason, I don't think her father was that abusive towards her. Mm-hmm. At least not in the same way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't think she would remember him as abusive.
I think he Elliot was molding Elliot into something. Yeah. Like Elliot was working with him in the Mr. Robot shop. He was telling him, I mean, he chose to tell him about his sickness and no one else. Like he was using Elliot. We always
thought that.
Yeah, and so like the way that his father was behaving towards him, it is like he concentrating everything on him and like making him something, and that can like become very abusive. That can become very problematic when it's a child.
Of course.
And so like I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what Darlene's like relationship with her father. I mean, she did mention that she like at some point she mentioned something along the lines that she doesn't like really remember him or something because like she was young when he passed away. Like she was 5. Like she mentioned something along the lines
she said something along the lines she was 4 when she saw a lady on TV.
Well, that's when that was after her father died.
So she was even younger.
Oh,
she was
well,
4.
Then, I mean, you're not that aware of the situation around you. You can't recognize abuse when you're a child. You don't know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think her father was in the same way abusive towards her as he was towards Elliot. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't think the abuse that was in the same way as like their mother's abuse, that was very physical and you can see that immediately. Mm-hmm. Where with Elliot, I mean we still don't know much about that, but like it can go any way. Mm-hmm. But I think Darlene was like they didn't have that type of relationship. I mean, and I think that was presented pretty much
like in little details, just like let's say when they were on Coney Island and they were trying to go on that ride, and she said like I couldn't go, I was too short, so like Dad and Elliot went. Like sure, she was too short, but like they wouldn't put that in unless they also want to make you see that it's always Elliot and his dad.
Yeah.
And not Darlene.
Yeah.
Like that would not be necessary to say. Like she could have said like we were walking and I went somewhere, I saw something, whatever. They made it a point to say like Dad and Elliot went on this. Like I think it was he geared all his attention towards Elliot basically.
What Darlene feels is towards, she also had a big motivation for the plan that she had. Mm-hmm. And her dad dying impacted her a lot. Mm-hmm. Even though she was very, very young, but that can also be connected to the fact that her mother was very abusive.
Yeah, of course.
So like that could just mean that like her losing her father, even though he was maybe abusive towards Elliot.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even towards her, but like not in the same way that her mother was like beating her or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like she would be even more angry that something like that would happen to her father, who would maybe protect her in her eyes. At least that's what she would think, maybe.
Yeah. God, when we find that out, it's gonna be awful. Again, I think that's gonna be because that connects to Elliot and who he is and why he is the way that he is and how the idea developed in him. Again, it has to be severe trauma that you experience in childhood to
and that you don't let yourself be aware of, let's say, because your body is protecting you, your mind is protecting you.
It's a way of your brain to protect you, and like that's what Mr. Robot, let's say, does for Elliot.
Yeah,
it protects him from, I think, the memories of his father as well.
Yeah,
and that's horrifying. That's really horrifying. I'm not looking forward to finding that out. Like, I want to know, but I'm like really not looking forward to finding that out.
Yeah, but I just did it, like the way they did it. It's
I think it was
so
great.
fucking good.
It was so good.
Like, we're on season 3 and we know nothing. We can just guess.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Because of these little things. Like, we found out that Darlene is working with FBI, which makes sense. I mean, we thought that.
Yeah. I mean, she just wasn't wearing a wire. She was like, I guess, gathering information, whatever.
Yeah.
And she basically gave them nothing for 6 weeks.
I mean,
she didn't also think that Elliot is working with Tyrell. She really didn't know. She really didn't. When she was saying that, she really didn't know. She wasn't lying to them. And then they showed her the phone call from jail, and I think, you know, that's kind of where she was already so close to a nervous breakdown that, like, hearing that and like knowing that she doesn't know what Elliot is like doing, that he is not keeping her in the loop or anything, and like she just like snapped, let's say, and then gave the police access to Elliot's computer and just left. I mean, I don't know if she said that she's gonna go to a friend upstate or something and that she's gonna like run away. I mean, Dom said that she would not. I guess you're wrong. I guess Darlene wants to fucking go. And I mean, it was kind of clear that Elliot figured that out. But like, before we get to that part, there was a lot of scenes in this episode between the two of them. I mean, a lot. But like when they were talking, when it was Elliot's birthday, and like she contacted him and like told him that, you know, the reason that she actually started doing this was not, you know, it was not about this plan per se. It was more about becoming close to him again, because they have not been close since, I feel like, since their childhood. You know, it's been so long, and that's like why she did it. And that was like very, it's very sad to me, the type of relationship they have, because also about, you know, because of the environment they were in first and foremost, but like also like where they are now and what's happening around them. It's kind of impossible, let's say, to just be normal. Just like everything around you is falling apart. They don't have a chance here to be like normal. And that really
like,
makes me
sad.
sad.
That's really like, the whole scene made me really sad. I mean, you can say that like she was nice to him and again tried to talk to him so that like she would get some information that at the end she did. You know, she gave the access to FBI, but I still think that like everything she said that was the truth. And I still think that like she did come back so that she would have a relationship with her brother. She doesn't have any family instead other than him. She doesn't have anyone basically other than him. And so I do truly believe that, and in the way with the fact that like how they talked when he mentioned snowman and the way she reacted, I think they truly both care for each other. But it's sad to me when he told her that like she's his trigger. That was so fucking sad to me, honestly. The fact that like they can't have then they can't have a relationship even if they want to. That it's very hard. If it's toxic for him to remember his childhood, because he
when you think about it, that's like, let's say, kind of when Miss Robot needs to appear to protect him from those memories.
Because that's the exactly, so that he wouldn't be able to deal with that. Even though who should he deal with that? You know.
Like, but like it's a very tough thing.
Of course,
like,
I mean,
how do you deal with something that like even made you develop this? You know, like that's.
I mean, sure.
I like, that's so rare, I think, and like I don't even know. I don't like. I'm looking at Krista, and I'm like, girl, I don't even know how you're supposed to approach this now. Like, I don't think they are. I mean, sure they are. Let's say taught, but I don't think she has. It's not like you deal with that day to day, so like you know really what to do. Like she is.
You deal with other extreme, not exactly, but with other very extreme cases as well, probably.
She's a psychiatrist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, wouldn't be far-fetched to me that like, it's not something that this is her first time seeing. Yes, but that was, I mean, like I said, should he deal with that? Yes.
Of course, but like,
no matter how hard it's gonna get, yes. But it's like the whole scene was very sad to me, and like I loved what Dom said, that like that Darlene is trying to protect her brother, and that's truly what I believe. I never think that she would give them the access to so that, and she didn't care what happened to him afterwards. You know what I mean? So,
but I mean, now like the sad part also is like that both Angela and Darlene kind of, in a way, betrayed him, like for different reasons. Like Darlene's reasons are like we kind of know them. Like we see Darlene, we see like what state she's in. And for Angela, like we also know what state she is in, but like we don't know what she knows. You know, we don't exactly know why she's doing the things that she is doing. But like it makes me feel heartbroken. It makes me feel fucking heartbroken watching Elliot feeling so lonely and knowing that the only two people he has in his life are like betraying him.
Yeah.
And like he figured it out for Darlene because I mean Mr. Robot said that they have been compromised, that she compromised them because he didn't remember because it was Mr. Robot. I don't know why we didn't figure it out immediately when he approached it.
I honestly, the second that he pushed the question, I thought that it was Mr. Robot. I just wanted to continue hearing his voice.
Yeah.
Because I still couldn't for a second differentiate his...
I was concentrating on his voice.
Me too. But like the second he got up and
started, that was
I
obvious
immediately thought that like, is this Mr. Robot? And I was just like waiting to hear more.
That was fucking creepy. That was so aggressive. I hated that part. And he didn't remember that. And so like when Krista mentioned that, like he said that he compromised, that they have been compromised or whatever, he like was thinking about, he didn't think, oh, it's Darlene. He was thinking about it. He didn't know what was happening. And then when he turned on his computer, he hesitated for a second, and like that kind of made it clear that he knows what's happening, that he could, because like it's not hard to deduct, you know, because he knows the FBI have already spoken to her and everything. And so like he knew that, and like when I knew that he knew that, I like thought that everything that he was doing was like, it's fine because it's not gonna, you know that they're looking. And of course he sent them the link that led him right to them. I mean, I guess he is in Darlene's apartment now, safe house. I mean, I guess we'll see where we go from there. But definitely he was not aware when Angela and Mr. Robot was speaking. Like, he was definitely not aware there. I do think at some point during this season, I guess, it's gonna come a time. Maybe we don't know it, maybe we know it. But like when he is gonna be able to be aware, even though Mr. Robot doesn't know he's aware.
I would love to know it, or just realize it because because of his reaction. Because I think that, like I said, like Angela and Elliot, one of my favorite relationships in the show. Would love to see. I mean, would hate to see his heartbreak, but would want to see his reaction to something like that. Would he try to understand immediately why has that happened? What, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he would be like...
The thing with Elliot is he is very understanding.
So like I don't think he would be just like making a plot against them. I think he would want to understand first...
I know, I just
Angela,
think he would
why is that
understand it,
happening?
but like he would still be like, this needs to be stopped. That's gonna be very tough to honestly watch, because he is like it's more painful to watch this season than most seasons.
I think
2 episodes.
I think mostly why I didn't think maybe that like it was that he was aware is because of the scene we had before when he talked to Angela. He literally said like, you know me, you know when I'm not gonna be him, you have to like warn me. I don't know what exactly he said, like, so I thought it's gonna be a big revelation because
to him,
basically he said, you are the only one who I trust, and she betrayed him. So it's gonna be very, very tough for him to find that out. But again, I still think like first thing Elliot is gonna think of is to try to understand why.
He is that type. He really is.
For Angela, I would say for Angela especially.
I mean, I think he knows her more than he knows anyone else. Like even when she like pulled back when he kissed her, like he immediately knew the reason.
He said,
why.
You don't
how
like I
Angela
know it
functions.
hurts. It fucking hurts, but like I know that this is who she is. She doesn't love people who love her or something. Like that.
Okay, now we have to hurry up because our food is here and there's like so many things to still go through because Joanna fucking died. Just like, she fucking died. I did not expect that at all. Like the guy, when he like pulled out a gun, I mean, I said like, we're gonna kill him. Look at this. Good for you, boy. You like surprised me. I thought you were gonna be the dead one. I mean, you are. But like, you killed both of them. Like, I thought, like, he might kill her bodyguard, whatever he is, and, like, she kills him, something.
But, like, when you think about it, that'd be unrealistic.
I mean, sure, but like
that's what I expected as well, honestly.
Just because I didn't expect her to die. Shot. I definitely didn't expect her to die before, like, seeing Tyrell, speaking to Tyrell.
I guess that's for Tyrell. I guess we're gonna find out how Tyrell's gonna react to that.
I don't know, maybe he is, because, like, he didn't seem necessarily... Did he mention Joanna? I don't know. But we didn't even see... He didn't send any of the gifts, messages. Like, it seems like he has... Whatever their plan is of becoming gods or something like that, it seems to me like he is fully enamored in that. And that, like, everything else is...
I don't know. Was there a scene when they mentioned Joanna? Yes.
I think they did, but, like, that's the thing. I don't remember any reaction from him.
Oh, okay. I think I thought at that moment that that, like, he thought of that, but, like, he's trying not to think of that.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
I thought more along the lines of this is more important than anything else. This is, like, what I'm going to be doing. Yes, Joanna.
But I don't know. We'll see. But, like, I still think... I mean... It would be weird if nothing comes out of this. So, like, when now it's gonna be interesting to see him, like, his reaction, finding out to his wife being dead, his child being alone. Is he gonna... And he spent this whole... He could have prevented that. Like, she made her whole plan... her whole plan was to make him innocent.
Yeah.
And I just thought, like that's all she did. So, like, it's gonna be interesting if he's gonna have any regret for not being there for her.
We're gonna see what that happens, but I also think this served for, like, let's say, karma for her. You know, because, like, she has done all these awful, horrifying things, you know, and, like, now she basically acquitted her husband nearly of murder and put someone else in jail who was not... It was not their fault. And, like, now, like, it comes to... and, like, it comes to, like, payback king. You know, like, that guy just, like, shot you and you thought you were gonna be invincible, you know?
Like,
of
course.
It's just, like, it all basically caught up to her. You know, and, like, now she's just... I just didn't expect that. Like, it came out of fucking nowhere. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense, and, like, it is, let's say, kind of what her character deserves.
Of course,
and I just...
But it was, to me, in my opinion, very fun having her sing. She was a very unusual character that I can't say I saw many times. I can really say I really enjoyed her characters. Like, I'm gonna miss that. But of course, this is the fate that, like, she should get, and I always thought that, like, she should die at the end, and, like, all of that. So, like,
I just feel sad for the fucking child. He's even now going into next of kin. He is going into social services. Like, that poor fucking child. Although, I mean, I always thought that the child, yes, but, like, next of kin, like, their grandparents, their like fucking aunts, uncles, whoever. I mean, I don't know what people they are, but, like, it's, I guess, always better to at least start with next of kin than to put him in a social, like, I mean, they could get adopted, but, like, you never fucking know what can happen like that. That's really awful.
Still don't know how they would end up being with Joanna.
No. I always said, like, take the child away from Joanna and Tyrell. Like, that's always, but like, it seems better that, like, they didn't... Dom said, like, let's contact next of kin. He's like, no. Social services don't get soft now. But again, with very much looking forward to seeing
Tyrell, how Tyrell is he gonna have a reaction. I would love if he had. Honestly, I wouldn't. I love more if he had a reaction, nor if he was only concentrated on his plan, would not care about his wife or his daughter. Son. Okay.
I don't know.
Son.
Was it son?
Could be. Honestly, they even said it in this episode.
I think they said it.
I had 50% chance to.
And I was like, oh, I thought it was a daughter when they said it, and so I think they said son, and I thought it was a daughter. Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Doesn't matter. Whatever.
Who cares?
And we again another part of the plan that I will just I don't know. I don't know how it comes into play for White Rose. I mean, for that this point, congressman, I guess. Congo. They said that they are moving their operations to Congo. That's why they needed it annexed. What they need in Congo, I don't know. Like, what, is there something in Congo? Like, are they gonna dig up for something? Is there, like, clearly something that they need in Congo for them to like need this from the UN.
Yeah.
But White Rose said that stage 2 is gonna start even if they like in exactly 11 days, like even if they sign this or whatever, because like Philip needs his hand like slapped or whatever they said. And I just like the continuous back and forth between White Rose and Philip is really, to me, I just love it.
Honestly,
love it
makes me love and enjoy Philip character much more. I don't know why I'm always on his side when the two of them are at their quarrels. Is that a word?
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm leaning more towards any side. I just think depending on the situation, like when they say a line, I'm like, oh yeah, get him. You know? Like,
to me it's probably because I have a feeling like White Rose is more powerful.
Yeah.
And can do whatever she wants to, more cruel. I mean, if that's even possible, maybe probably not, but you know. But probably that's why when I hear Philip say something to her or something that like, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I get it. I just really
like I feel like there he's a bit underdog. But like, how can he possibly be
their
scenes? Yeah, me too.
And like when White Rose, when
and she I mean, he at that point threatened Philip with Angela. That was his face.
Yeah, oh my god! But like when he said like, don't mistake my
generosity
for generosity.
Yeah.
My god! What a fucking line delivery! Yeah. That was so good.
Everything was so good.
That was so ridiculously good. I need those 11 days to be in the next episode. Like I need I mean everything is moving very fast in this season.
Yeah.
So like might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well, because I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Okay, I really don't know what's happening. Yeah. But something in Congo. What? Couldn't even begin. Okay, is there the portal to the?
Oh my god!
It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't think.
I'm not going to start talking about it.
It's a joke.
We have to eat.
Thank you so much. I mean, 50 minutes. Enough.
Bye.
Bye.